because I've forgotten to record everything like said.
A whole bunch of classes and every. Yeah. Okay, so let's see forward blow. 100% good. So instead of rolling and standing up again, let's do a full break fall. Okay, I want you to stand in base. Stand in base. Two. Cool. All right, let's tighten that. Okay, so when we do this, I'll get you to scoot out of the way so that I can stay on camera. When you do this, try not to reach your hand for the ground. Okay, when you do this, tuck. So imagine you're going to become like a wheel. So eventually you'll be reaching with this hand. If you reach like this and there's a little bit of weight behind you, you end up kind of hurting yourself. So tuck that and land here. Now when you stand, instead of doing a sit-up, because Lord knows you do a lot of sit-ups, tuck your elbow, roll over it, and start to build the frame. Okay? And sit down shot. Roll, looking. Yeah, so imagine making like a wheel. So you want the palm of your hand facing you. It's like a light wheel. Nice and springy. Good. So pause here. Go over the elbow and start to sit up onto the elbow. Now sit up onto the hand. Good. Now pause where you want. So look and sit like that. Okay. From here, hand out isn't necessarily going to help too much. So let's put that in the middle, just here. So stay solid. Okay. Okay. Now from here, I want you to feel this. If I start to push, let's see if you're following that. Okay. I want this knee to come out just a bit. I want you to slide your knee underneath you. Okay. So yes. Here, pause where you are. And feel that. Okay. Let's go over here. And I'm going to get you that. Okay. So pause. I'm here. When I tuck my elbow, if I'm sitting neutral, go ahead and put two hands on my forearm. This is a push. You see I'm rolling back in my body. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide my femur underneath me. My hand's still behind. So now when you push, it's more solid. Okay? That's what I want to feel from you. Okay? So go ahead and do a break for all that. Perfect. Roll up and pause. Let's just come back on the camera. Okay. Don't worry about it. That's okay. It's a fucking weird new world. Yeah. Okay, so tuck that elbow. Good. Roll over the elbow. Hand in the middle. Good. Scoot your ass up underneath you. Pause. Let's go healing. I want you to put more weight into your knee. Good. Stay where you are. You feel that. That's what I want. Okay. Now you start to stand. Good. When you do this, when you stand up, now try and get your foot next to your hand. So watch when I stand, when I'm here, it's not necessarily here. I don't have any base when I let go. Okay? What I want, when you stand, plumb. You should be able to take your hand off of the ground and drive off of that back leg. I'm going to make this very functional in the end. Okay? So if you end up on the ground, you have to get back up. Okay, it's going to be useful. Okay. For now, it's just I don't have to do push-ups when I don't do it. Yeah. Have you been to other schools to do that? No. Okay, so there's schools where if you stand up, somebody's like, all right, let's do it 3, 2, 1, and you gotta stand up like shit. They'll make you do push-ups. So you go to a lot of Gracie schools, and they're hard ass about that. But they'll have you stand up like this. Yeah, you're doing it, but you're not doing shit. Your job is to actually be functional for everything. When I'm here, I'm building a frame that can bear weight. I'm building a frame that can add weight. When I come up, I'm building a frame that can bear weight and add weight. Okay? Also, if I was here, put 2 hands on my shoulder. From here, it should be solid, but now put your chest on my shoulder. Good. So if I was to stand up, that's not fucking happening, is it? Okay? So if my head goes up, I can't bear the weight. Okay? So pause. If I do this, yes, I can do the move. Well, if he's laying on me, fucking can't do that, can we? But you can do this. Your head goes down. Okay? So there's a lot of technical stuff to add on. If I can't come up, I go down. My head goes to my hand and my ass goes to the air. Now I can drive. Okay? So like I said, everything in the warm-up gets over technical later. So one more time, forward roll, great fall, standing base, and then we'll start class. Beautiful. Yep. I can feel you overthinking it. Yep. Fantastic. My job's done. I'll make you overthink the simplest shit. Good, go ahead, stand. Perfect. I'm happy. Don't worry, I'm not. I will be happy a year from now when everyone's doing it right. And I'm still yelling at the new people. I'm never happy. It will never be finished. Okay, so tonight, what we're gonna do, we're doing what do you want. This one gets comments. This one's silent. Shut up. Okay, so tonight's class is gonna be our first advanced fundamentals. So by advanced fundamentals, what I mean is this. In previous classes, I talked about basic mount escapes. Okay, do you know the basic mount escapes? Did you watch that one? Motherfucker! Yay! I've got him. Time. I'll get you to sit on top of me now. Okay. Good. Okay. Now I want you to put two hands on my chest, never letting me up. Okay. Perfect. So the basic escape from here is shit. You need to know how to do basic shit. Super basic shit. Okay? That's what our fundamentals program is understanding 1, 2, 3. Done. What we're going to be doing tonight, after I show him that, is advanced. Okay? So let me just do that just quickly, and we'll start the class in a second. They can get a little extra. Sure, get your lay down here towards the camera, please. And let's scoot back this way. Perfect. Good. Okay, so from here, just a dance move. If I have two hands pinning you, right now there's no threat. Okay? Nothing wrong. You're just going to come underneath, monkey grip. Good. Come behind, C-clamp, like you're holding a glass of water. Perfect. Now I want you to put your foot on the outside of my foot. Good. So you can flare your knee a little bit. The other way. Perfect. Hold your heel to your butt. Now my foot's kind of trapped. Okay? I want you to just get your head out of the way and start to bridge. So lift your hips. Continue to lift your hips. Continue. 100%. Okay? So just quickly, what I had him do was the basic mount escape, okay? Which is normally known as an umpa, okay? If I bridge my hips, my head gets in the way. If I just get my head out of the way and I bridge my hips, I naturally start to roll over the side of my shoulder, okay? So just like you're forward roll and break, right? So now when I do this, I'm trapping everything on one side. I get out of my own way and I bridge. Now from here, I take my time coming up on top, all right? The only thing about that is stress level, okay? So now if you lay down, just come over. Perfect. This is easy to do. It's a nice little dance, okay? So from here, you come up underneath, monkey. Come up behind C-clamp. Trap the foot, good. Get your head out of the way. Pause, perfect. Everything is great, okay? So I just met you and I apologize in advance. The moment you've gotten that down, you need to understand that you're doing this. You're dealing with this the whole time, okay? So the fundamentals class is fantastic. Ooh, big Adam's apple. All right. The fundamentals class, that's you learning step by step. Advanced fundamentals is going to be a little bit more dramatic, right? Because right here, I don't just have two hands on his chest, right? I'm not doing this. I am strangling this person. I am headbutting this person. I am punching this person. These are things that you have to start to deal with and understand stress levels, okay? That's how your jiu-jitsu can get functional, because you can totally go upside down, but also, boom, that could end badly. So what I want to do now, let me explain that one to you real quick, and then we'll go over the slide, okay? So go ahead and hop on top, please. Okay, so from here with your partner, when two hands are just here on the collarbone or around the chest, things change when they become jiu-jitsu, all right? But for now, two hands are pinning the body. What I'm gonna do is I always come underneath with a monkey grip, okay? And never come over the top. If I come over the top, reach this hand to the ground, I can lose that trap, okay? If I come underneath, push that hand to the ground, it means nothing, okay? Now, I always hold on with a monkey grip and never a C-clamp. If I hold on with a C-clamp, reach for the ground, I can lose that, okay? Reach for the ground. Thing. Pull your elbow to the ceiling. So I'm always going to come behind like I'm holding a glass of water. We go to the ceiling. That's what I want. Okay. So C-clamp behind the tricep. That is a lot of tricep. Monkey grip on the wrist. All right. So now if I bridge, set that foot up. Shit. It's not the end of the world. Set that foot up. Yes. Okay. So I'm taking everything away on one side. Monkey grip, C-clamp. I flare my knee to facilitate that angle. Okay. If I'm flexible, I can get it. But you're going to notice you get to pull your heel up a little bit more. Right. Now from here, the only thing that's in my way is me. Get out of my own way. Okay. Common mistake is that you'll see people bridge and turn. I want you to bridge and just keep bridging and bridging and bridging and bridging. And you can post with this hand if you want. Post. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I meant you like, oh, fuck you.
Oh.
Like, never let me do shit. When you get to here, yes, speed can be an asset. But right now, it's just structure. So it's post, post, post with the other hand. It's okay. He has a free hand, but that hand keeps traveling. Okay? So I do it to me. Okay? Stay down that. It's the camera. Now, golden rules for this. Always come under, monkey grip. Perfect. Always come behind, C-clamp. Flare that knee. Good. My foot's trapped. Now get your head out of the way. And when you bridge, watch what happens with my hand. Continue just to bridge. Don't roll or do anything. Just bridge. Yes. Okay. So that is your basics. Okay, so we're going to add on to that now with a bit of stress. Okay. So let you lay down one more time. This one just a little bit. Okay, so from here, with this one, eventually your reflexes should be so sharp that if somebody took them out, you're out. You're oompa right away. Okay? Now, worst case scenario, somebody's on top of you and they have two hands wrapped around your neck. We're going to be dealing with that standing in just a minute. Okay? In fact, I probably should have started with the standing one. Whatever. We'll deal with it 10 minutes here. For now, if I have two hands wrapped around your neck, I want you to just tap when you have to tap. Okay? Okay, so that was about 4 seconds. Okay. You're going to do the same thing to me. Okay. So wrap your hands around my neck and just be a monster. Go. Good Lord. Whew. That was 3 seconds for me. Okay, let's do that again. Okay. Okay. Flexing the platysma is a real thing. Okay. So when you see basic Gracie says, whew, it's going whew, proof to point. So when you see basic Gracie self-defense kind of videos, you'll see like, you do the ugly face, you do the alligator neck. It's called the platysma. Okay, so it's a, thank you, Nick, a doctor that taught me shit. So different, there's a lot of nicks. The platysma is the layer of muscle that's lining over the top of the thing. Yeah, not scientist. The trachea and the carotid arteries. Okay, so when you are tensing your neck, and you're doing this, ugly face. That's actually buying you a bit of space and a bit of time. And the more you do those neck exercises, and you got like a rubber band on your head or whatever the thing Joe Rogan's doing now, you're tensing your neck and you're making it tougher for you to die. Okay, you're tensing and you're buying some time. Now, what happened with him when he wrapped his hands around my neck? Holy shit, by the way. He squeezed and I tensed and I shrugged. I took away the neck. Okay, so the first step is defense. You're going to tense your neck and shrug. So the first way that I like to teach this class is have the person not tense their neck and feel how long it takes to tap. Okay? Then the next step would be tense your neck, tuck your shin, roll your shoulders, and see how long it takes to tap. Okay? So remember, you had a good 4 seconds. Guess how long you go this time? There. Tense the neck. Okay, so do this. You know Henry Rollins. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, Henry Rollins. Okay, do it. Perfect. Okay, roll your shoulders to your ears. Tuck your chin down. There is no neck. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna put it on. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 fucking seconds, dude. That is 13 seconds to do one move. It's the easy, all right? Because you almost go out. You're also learning your level, okay? Everyone has a baseline. Trust me. You know when you're going out. Or at least, like a year in, if you haven't been choked unconscious, you're safe. You're like, no. And that's smart, right? Then there's the other people, they're like, fucking. You'll go unconscious. This is a good way for you to start to learn your limits, your baseline, okay? Shit. There's nothing wrong with that. This is training, okay? So number one, very first thing, tense, tuck, roll, good. Harder for me to kill, perfect. Let's make it harder now, okay? So you're up on top. Perfect. So from here, the hands are wrapped around my neck, and we'll go nice and loose so I can talk shit, okay? Let's imagine tense splitissima, shoulders roll, chin tucked, head button. Well, shit, that doesn't help, does it? So the very first reflex that I need is here, okay? So my hand is still coming on the inside, okay? But what I'm doing is I'm putting a bit of a katana. So what you can't see right now, my arm is not straight. It's gently bent, and I have like a half rolled fist. Everything's relaxed. Headbutt, yes. It's just a distance manager, and it's just a buffer. It's not pushing you away. It's just taking out the slack. So when you headbutt, it just goes, no. Thank you. No. Okay. Perfect timing. So two hands. Shit. That's all it takes. Just that. C-clamp, monkey grip, go. Okay. Also, we have to be aware of strikes at this point. Okay. Maybe you get tired of doing this and you decide to punch. Good. Okay. So that's another reflex that we need to build. So instead of just going, start here, tense your neck, tuck your chin, roll your shoulders. Now from here, put up a bit of a katana. Yes, I'm bearing the weight, I've got time. Now from here, I can practice the move, okay? Nice and slow. Now, add on to this safety tip. When you do this with your partner, let your partner roll their shoulder so they don't land on their shoulder and pop out their clavicle. So when you feel yourself going, I want you to roll your shoulder and gently go to the ground. Yes, perfect. That way you don't hurt yourself, and I'm the one voluntarily hurting myself. Now, what happened at the end of that? When he let go to punch, that should be a reflex of ridging and dropping the elbows. And we will talk about that at the end, okay? Because I don't like the way a lot of people teach punch block from underneath mount. Don't ever wrap yourself around someone's waist and climb them back, okay? I'll talk about that at the end. But for now, what we're gonna talk about is destroying a structure. That is a heater, isn't it?
I think it's on.
Holy crap. It's a little warm. I want to talk about that for a bit.
What is it, like 70?
Oh, it is 70. Oh, right on. Okay, so when we do this, I'm going to get you to do that, please. Okay, lay down, go this way. Perfect. Okay, so again, when you're drilling this with your partner, it's not about being a tough guy and proving them wrong. It's about helping them understand their limitations. Okay, so right now, don't tense your neck. We're well aware it's 3 seconds. Okay, 4 seconds, right? Tense the neck, tuck the chin, should be a reflex. Yes, you barely get to it. Now from here, I want you to, yes, make a fist. Good, and don't push, let it relax. And the moment you feel that, yes, you feel that, yes. So don't waste your energy, just be connected and yes, like an airbag, okay? So from here, yeah, yes, good. I want you to have a C-clamp behind the tricep. Boom. Go ahead and trap and roll. So grab the wrist. Boom. Go. Get your head out of the way. Yes. Perfect. Good work. Okay. So adding on with intensity and in commitment is a huge thing for self-defense, because you'll have people teaching self-defense who quite literally have never been in a fight. Okay, they're just doing dance moves that they saw somewhere or somebody taught them. If you can't do this under pressure, it's kind of useless, right? So again, this is not the beginner's class. This is advanced fundamentals. I would recommend that you do the fundamentals at least 4 times. So go through the whole thing repeatedly, because trust me, you still suck. Take your time and get good at it. Still be doing it at black belt. You can do all the fun shit on the weekend. But for now, don't let somebody punch you in the face. Then you can do the function, right? So from here, in the mount, my job to be a good bad guy is I'm gonna add weight and squeeze, okay? We all know to tap, okay? If you don't, they fall asleep like, oh. From here, be aware that when you feel this, it's not just this, it's this that you should be ready for, okay? When I start to pull away, that's when you should be braced. That's when you should be, no, boom, go. That's your timing, okay? Now, after this, at the very end, we'll talk about, fuck it, I'm gonna punch it, right? Punch, block, mount. But for now, let's start with the headlock, okay? So before we get into that, I'm gonna explain breaking down the structure, right? So try to please get you on top again, just 2 knees on the side, perfect, and no hands, okay? So for now, if we think about his base, and you heard me talk about base yet? Yeah, okay, get ready for that, that's forever. His base is fine, 50-50, okay? Evenly weight distributed, but he's also sitting on my hips, you can feel that. Mm-hmm. So come up a little bit higher, let's start from here. So take your butt off of me, so sit up, yes, you're 50-50. If I move my hips, nothing is happening to you, is it? No. Okay, go back and sit on my hips. If I move my hips, things are happening to you, right? Okay? So my job right now, if I want to move him, if he's sitting on me, he's a part of me. That's easy, okay? But his knees are so high up, lift your hips, nothing's affecting you, right? Right. So let's say my first job is to make sure my elbows are in front of the knees. Now he's a part of my hips whether he likes it or not from now on, okay? Now, his structure is 50-50. You good? Mm-hmm. How's it feel now? Oh, okay. My job is to make a connection to him, take out the slack. I'll go over that in a second. And I'm going to build a frame. When I build that frame, I'm literally doing the warm up, okay? I'm not doing a hip escape the way you've usually been taught. What I'm doing is I'm shoveling my hip. You feel that, okay? So it's going to be 80-20, okay? A whole lot more commitment on this side than on this side. So my job is this. We're going to practice with our partner. Elbows go in front of the knees. They're a part of our hips. Now, just as a reference, we can hold the belt, okay? Now, remember what I was saying before about it's not a straight push. It's a katana, so it's slightly bent to make it bear weight. My job is I'm going to hold the belt just for now, and then make a fist and a push. And take out the slap. So walk forward. Come back. Walk forward. You feel that. I make a firm connection, and I don't know, that's mine. I never give up on that. Hickson has a good analogy about being like a ratchet. The ratchet goes click, click, click. It never goes click, click, click. It goes, yeah, fucking no, that's mine now. Good luck. From here, my hip is gonna shovel, and I'll do it without him in a second, and I'm reaching for my toes. Boom. Where he's going. I can take my time getting back into the guard, or fuck it, break your foot. Okay, so time, I'll get you to hop up, and I'm gonna show this from here and now switch around. The hip escape, the way it's normally taught, is taught as I'm pushing from my feet into my shoulder to lift, and I shoot my butt back. And yes, that is very functional for a very, like 6 or 7 things. There's a few things that you use that for. What I want you guys to get good at is something that's harder than that, okay? Because everyone can do this. That's fairly easy. Not everyone does this properly, okay? What I want from you is your foot goes outside of your hip line, okay? From here, this hand is not pushing up. I'm never lifting weight, I'm always adding weight, okay? So I'm turning my hips like a shovel. Boom. I'm reaching for my toes as low as I can. Like I want to smack something into the ground. Now, just to prove a point, in a second when I turn around, I'm going to have him put all of his weight in my hip bone, okay? But for now, look at me on this angle. From here, my foot goes outside of my hip. This leg is going straight, and I'm driving my knee into the mat by turning my heel to the ceiling. This hand that was connected is slowly reaching down. As I reach down, my hip moves. I don't want to punch the ground, okay? I'm not lifting weight, I am adding weight. From here, I turn my hip. My hand reaches for my toes, and my hip acts as a shovel. If my foot is anywhere on the inside, there's nothing holding me up. I don't have any structure. Now I've got everything holding me up. So just to prove a point, do me a favor, hop on your knees right here. I want you to put 2 hands on my hip bone like you're doing a heart stopper. Okay, yeah, find that bone, really fucking bony. Good. Now get up on your tippy toes, put all the fucking sand into that. Mean it. There's no goddamn chance of turning. If I just feel the frame, you feel that. Okay? His hands slipped off the hip bone. Again, hold nice and tight from here, tippy toes, and it's a lot better when you have another person sit on top as well. From here, I can't just turn. But if I just get my heel outside of my hip line, you can feel that. You feel that?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So that's what you're doing, is you're not just being strong or being fast. Your job is to be functional. Okay, so you're building a frame that can bear weight and add weight. Right? Your warm-up for the rest of your life. Learn how to do that. Learn how to do that. Okay? Now, what I was doing with him on top of me, I'm here, I'm building a frame, and I'm pushing his hip across. Okay? So from here, let's say the point of reference would be the belt line for now. Later on, it doesn't matter. You don't need clothing to do jujitsu. This is just, we're a cult. Okay? It's a cult. Just put your hand here on the hip, lock everything in place. Click. It never goes click, click, and click. It goes click. Fuck you. That's mine now. Now from here, my hip is a shovel. Remember, he was 50-50? Imagine the letter V. I'm going to tip that letter V. It's going to be 80-20. I made him overcommit to something. Now you don't get to come back from that. Okay? So we've gone from 0, and we've gone 1, 2. No, you're not going back to 0. 3. I'm fine. Everything you do from here is going to be me getting my guard or me attacking your leg. Okay? All we're doing is destroying their base. So I will talk about this forever. Your base is more important than any cool moves. All right? You can have all the cool moves in the world. They don't work unless there's base. And if you have base, you can take all the bullshit that you care about and try it out. Okay? If you can't do it without base or with base, it's not worth fucking doing. Okay? Because if I just shove you while you're trying to do something, it's kind of sad. Right? So if you're fuck you, man. I got this. Shit. The ground is your best friend. Okay? Yes, inversion plays a great role in a whole bunch of cool shit. If you can't connect to the ground and become a part of the ground, what are you doing on the ground? Okay, so let's try that. I want you to lay down, head towards the camera, feet this way. So back just a little bit. Fucking pause here. Okay. So now I want you to just wiggle your hips around and watch me move. So just side to side. Yes. Yes. I'm moving. Okay. Now if I move up the chest line, lift your hips in the air. It's not necessarily the end of the world for me. Okay. So let's put the elbows in front of my knees. Boom. Now everything your hips do, no, don't be stubborn. You're doing the right fucking thing. Everything that his hips do, I have to do. Okay. So I want you to step this foot outside your hip. I want you to straighten this leg. Good. So go ahead and straighten that. Good. Turn your knee and point your heel to the ceiling by driving your knee to the ground. Good. You fucking feel that already?
Yeah.
You're not even doing anything. You're just big. Okay? That frame just fucked up my frame. I want you to hold the belt. So make a fist. And I want you to push down. Yes. Now don't ever let me come forward again. Yes. Good. Take it out the slack. Good. From here, I want you to continue to shoulder your hip that way. Well, fuck. Keep going. Go forward. Go. Come on. Come on. Fuck off. Just go. That's much more embarrassing. Okay? Just fuck off. So when you see Rickson do this in a seminar, like if anyone has had the privilege of watching this guy be an asshole live, it's great. Okay? So a lot of higher belts will go to a seminar and they'll kind of dick around in the corner and he'll say stuff and they're like, I'm just here for the photo kind of shit. Meanwhile, when he calls you out and he grabs somebody from the crowd to demonstrate something, like, okay, up on top, up on the mount, never let me out. I said, never let me out. And these are fucking world champions. And it's even funnier when you get someone who's 300 fucking pounds. He gets a huge black belt. He goes, fuck. If you don't know how to hold mount properly, he's just gonna get out by using basic actual jujitsu, not cool moves, right? And it's even more humiliating when you get somebody and you say, okay, don't let me touch your face, and they pull Spider-Man. So watching him get mad is like the highlight of my year. Every time I do a seminar or a private lesson, watching him slowly get angry makes me feel better about myself. Like I'm not alone. What I want from you guys is fucking perfection. Because you don't have to be good at a million things. You have to be good at a hip escape. That was it. And that's gonna like become like 20 more things. Fuck man, 100 more things, right? So for now, let's talk about the headlock. Okay? In previous classes, I've talked about the basic application of an escape from a headlock in a mount. So do you know anything about that? You think you can wing it? Sure, I think it'll be fine. Okay, lay down. I'm sure you've seen it a million times. Head towards the camera. Let's say I got mount and I just hook the head. Okay, so where's my post? We're gonna watch it for Ezekiel. All the cool shit. Right now. Oh, okay. Where do I not? Over here. Okay, so where are you gonna take me? Okay, how?
Probably this way.
Drop the arm. You got this.
Yeah.
Go.
Drop the arm here and then.
Nah. So, always, I guess you hop on top. And we're gonna talk about headlock in a second. It's gonna be so painful. Because headlocks are real. Not everybody's gonna do Ezekiel. Some of the guys in all right, there's a whole bunch of MMA guys that I teach. They hurt. They're not doing technical jujitsu. They just want to break my face just to say they broke it. Okay? So just go ahead and put on a little headlock, a nice little kid's version. Perfect. This is perfectly fine. Okay? I'm not going to go this way. I'm going to go this way, up and over, just like we did before. Okay? So let's do that real quick. All you got to do is hold the arm and the head. I don't care. Don't get too technical with it. The thing is, you need to understand that I have no post over here. So all you're going to do is just grab your head. Yeah, grab behind your head. So take this hand, perfect, tuck your elbow in, good. I want you to reach over your shoulder, like you're doing a bridge. So I want you to go over there, so not to the side. Bridge, 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 yes, 100%, okay? Lay down, one more time. Okay, we'll do the same move, go. It's not a thing anymore, it's sort of, okay. So if you're facing this way, you don't get to go that way. That's a huge thing to start to understand right out the gate. Where you put your weight is where you go, okay? So I want you to hop on top of me. Good, so headlock, and I want you to drive your shoulder this way. Ah, good God. So going this way is not a good option, is it? Okay, so what you need to understand, right now, where is all of his weight?
All
Okay. Right now, where is all of his weight? It's 50-50. Now, if you put all your weight over there, 80-20. Okay. So now we're going the opposite direction for a reason. So now, that headlock's on. Yes. From here, everything's over here. I'm still aware of the punches and the headbutts, and I'll talk about that in a second. But for now, my only job in life is that. You feel that? That's what I want. Okay? What I need. I invented it. Your job is to make a connection to the hip line. Okay? So one more time, hop up here and sit up straight. Pause. Let's imagine all of that was here. Okay? I can't do this necessarily. Here's fine. Okay? So imagine I put on a seatbelt. All right? Now, keep in mind, all of that was really tight. Take your time. Just little bumps will get that seatbelt in. Okay? Now remember, all of his weight is over here. Go ahead and put your hand over here. Yes, you feel that. Okay? My job now, I keep that seatbelt on and I build my frame. Okay, go ahead and keep your hand over here for now. Yeah, just for teaching. From here, I can scoop my hip. You can see that. Okay? So now, go ahead and put that headlock on. Yes, yes. Now from here, it's just taking my time. I'm just getting that in. And it's just building the frame without the underneath. Okay? The more someone commits to a side, the lighter it is in another area. Here's a quick example. You just stand up and if I'm here holding his hip bone and he pulls that way, yes, everything's committed to that side. It's much lighter there. Yeah, okay. So I've talked about the previous classes.
Yeah,
It is
that's all.
the literal same concept. Yeah? So the more you go that way, it's light over here. Fine. I'm gonna go to the path of least resistance every time. I'm not gonna go. Okay, so thing to add on about this is the headbutt and the strike forever. Okay? So fight fights, you need to be aware of that. Not everyone is looking to grapple you to death. Some people grab onto you just so they bite a chunk out of you. Watch out for them. Keep an eye on them. They might be going for a weapon. They might be grabbing keys to jam. There's a million mites. Your job is just to stay safe. Get the fuck out of there. Okay? When you get good, stay safe and then murder them. It comes easily later. For now, don't die. Okay? So instead of worrying about them doing a samurai roll back take, worry about them headbutting you. So sit down, please. Now, if you wrap my head either side, right now, classical jujitsu would dictate that I bury my head into the ground to make it hard for him to pull that hand out. Headbutt me. Shit. Okay. No. I don't care what his hand does. If he posts his hand out here, yeah, good. Great. He's not holding my head anymore. That's not a bad thing. I'm not looking to trap a post. No, it's my post. We're going this way anyways. Okay? If we're here and it's neutral, like, man, whatever. My job right now is like, fuck, I don't want to get headbutt. My hands are a little busy though. Okay? I'm going to tuck my chin and I bury my forehead into the neck. Okay? Headbutt. It doesn't matter. Okay? I'm taking out the slap. Now punch my face. I'm just taking out the slap. I'm not stopping anything. I'm just being annoying. Okay? Now, put all that weight into me. Yeah, squish out your base. No base. Yeah. So the more someone commits to doing something, the easier things become. As long as you understand principled structure, not just fuck. Don't do that. Just basic warm-ups are going to go a long way. All right, so I want you to do that to me. So lay down, head towards the camera. Perfect. Okay. So pause here. If I'm neutral like this, you know you can go that direction. There's nothing stopping that. But the moment I lean here, that's not going to happen, is it? It's a pain in the ass. So number one, the very first thing for every move, protect yourself. So tuck your chin and bury your head. Good. I'm the one that wanted to hold your head, right? Fine. If I let go, yeah, keep it in. If I let go, there's a million things to do from here. But for now, all my weight is saying no. Now I can't headbutt, okay? I want you to be ready. When I swing, yes. So you done punch block before at all? Okay. When you just block a punch, you're not a Wing Chun master. So just here. So it's like a ram. And I want those fingers to go over the top. It becomes sticky. Yes. Yes. You feel that. Good. So relax. I'm going to go slow and do the same thing. Yes. Yes. And every time I pull back, add weight to it. Pull it down. So pull your elbow to the ground. Yes. Good. Okay. Tap. Yes. Very good. Okay. It's fucking simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. From here, be aware of this. Boom. Boom. Good. Be aware of this. Where's my weight? I want you to put that seatbelt on. Yes. Hip escape out. Go. 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 Yes. Yes. That's very good. Okay. Laura. What time is it? Okay, cool. This is the first half of class. I'm going to go over not getting punched in the face just quickly. Okay? Now, what I'd like to do, in the fundamental syllabus that I've written, I'm going to teach some basics about this. But if there's any interest, there's a lot to it. All right? What I want you to understand is if the hip bones are connected to the hip bones, they move with you. Period. Okay? Hickson has a nice little saying about it. And he says, don't sit on me, I'm not a couch. Okay? The second you sit on me, I'm going to move and you're going to move with me. All right? So any point in time that the hands are not connected to the ground or connected to you in some way, you got to keep them busy because right now, what could they be doing? All right? Now, common mistake. You know, on top. Somebody's on top. Shit, touch my face. Is this really helping me? No. Pause where you are. Boom! Ha! Fuck you. Is this really helping me? I want you to peel my face off, push it to the ground. Oh, God, I regret everything, okay? So, just as a basic drill, what I want you to practice is this, and eventually we will ramp this up. Usually I do this in what's called a ballet tudo class. We're not doing that for a long time. Right now, walk up just a bit, his hands are free. If I lift my hips, his hands don't have to do shit. So I need to make them a part of my hips. So now his hands are gonna have to do shit. Okay? Let's scoot back a little because I feel like it's scooting off. One more time. Perfect. So just as a drill to start with, no striking. Make sure your elbows touch the knees and have your fingers pointed outwards. Okay? Now your job is to bridge the hips and bury the head. Boom. The head is off the ground. Now from here, when you go to punch me. Where's your base?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I didn't have to do any cool punch blocks. I didn't have to do any cool collections. I had to do a fucking hip escape. That's all I needed to do. Come back, please. All right, punch me in the face. If you can get good at that, I'll teach you a million cool things to add on to that. What happens if? 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 That's why we're here. There's always an answer. I swear to God. I'm not just showing you one thing like that's it. No. What if he shoots the hooks in? What if he posts wide? What if he posts narrow? What if the dog doesn't shit, it explodes? Right? Up on top of it. Just as a drill, a maintenance drill. Boom. I can't allow his hands to be free. I need to put my elbows in front of the knees. Now I need to bridge the hips. Now if I stay here, touch my face, shit. I need to bury my head. Good. So now from here, regardless, I need to understand the feeling of jujitsu. So now when he goes to strike in slow motion, pause. Where does he not have a post? Ah, good. That's where I want it to be. That's where I want it to be. Okay? And honestly, wherever he was, no post. He's a part of my hips. I can choose where to add weight with that. Okay? We'll try. Sure, that's okay. So when you're starting out with this, what I recommend is some 7-ounce gloves and gently touch your partner's face. Okay? Get used to that. That's a huge thing that is neglected all over the world. People aren't straight. They're doing and they're doing straight combinations and shit. You should really get used to this, like this asshole. Not really doing anything, but it's fucking annoying. Your reflex should not go. Your reflex should be jujitsu, okay? And that comes with time, right? So when you're practicing this, feel free to put on some 7 ounces, not like full ass fucking Rocky gloves, just some little grappling gloves. And I'm not talking like MMA 5 ounce. Puffy little 7 ounces and touch the face. Just little touches, okay? For now though, you don't have to worry about me hitting you at all. We're just gonna practice. You're gonna make sure your elbows go in front of my knees and on the ground. So a common mistake that I see, elbows on top of the knees. Not good enough. Ground. I don't get to go any higher, okay? Now, I want you to just practice bridging. Yes. Matt, you ever seen Dirty Dancing? Yeah. You're gonna fucking dirty dance me, okay? You're gonna bridge your hips, and I want you to bury your forehead into my chest and stay bridged. Yes? Yes. Put your hands on my hip bones. Dirty dancing. Now, bury your forehead into my chest. Yes! So now from here, feel this. Where am I overcommitted? Go. Yes. 100%. Okay. So it's a feeling drill. Okay. Let's try it again. Here, elbows come in. I'm sitting up on the ground. You mean it. Bridge, bury the head. Yes. Bury the head. Good. When you feel, that's when you go. Yes. Good. You felt my weight lean, didn't you? Yeah. Okay. That's more important than seeing. That's more important than doing. Feeling is the most important thing. Okay? Okay. Little add-ons with that one. What if they shoot the hooks in and sit up straight and they never come down? This is the one that I always get some asshole that does it. Okay? So from here, yes. Okay. I want you to shoot the hooks in and stay sitting up. No, never. Never touch the ground. I said, yes, you're doing great. Yes. Okay, that's not an answer. You don't get to reach my face either. So just a heads up on that one. When somebody shoots the hooks in and sits up straight, it's like, ha! do the first move. Just push off it to the side, okay? All right, so that was our advanced fundamentals. We went over the front choke on the mount. We went over the headlock on the mount. And the underlying structure of all of that was the hip escape. Your warm-up from fundamentals until advanced class, until ballet tudo, I don't care. Whatever class you do with me, you're doing those hip escapes, okay? At least 2 laps. The punch block, and now we'll do the class a little backwards. Usually I teach standing first, and then we move into the ground. But for tonight, I kind of taught the fundamentals before the advanced fundamentals. Let's go over our standing technique. Cool, more than enough time. So what we're gonna do is just a dance move, just like normal, okay? So I'm gonna tip the camera, because we're standing now. There we go. Right. The front choke. Now, it's a real thing. 3 times in real life, 1 time from behind, okay? People strangle you, okay? You don't go to the right place the wrong time and not have something happen, all right? It's not necessarily the be-all and end-all of most fights, but some people, that's a thing. That's a real fucking thing, and you need to know how to deal with that properly, okay? So first off, I'm not gonna do that the first time in front of me. We're gonna do a dance move, okay? So pause here. I'm gonna wrap 2 hands around your neck, okay? Come over here, pause where you are, wrap 2 hands around my neck. Perfect. Now there's 2 ways that this can happen. 1, the thumbs are very close together and the fingers are very far apart. 2, the fingers are far apart. Yeah, okay. So one thing about this, remember, this is advanced fundamentals. Don't hold your partner's shoulders and pretend it's the same thing, okay? Get used to the idea of putting your thumbs and wrapping them around the neck. Now, my hands aren't that big. They actually fucking are. I've got big ass hands. This dude's fucking huge, okay? If I wrap and my fingers go around the back, you feel how that's weak. If I wrap and my fingers go around the front, you feel how that's weak. So that's 2 feelings you need to understand. So right now, pause. The escape is here. The escape is here, okay? So let's start off just here. I've got a little bit of space to work with. We'll talk about the back at the end because it's the easy one. For now, everything is squeezing good. I'm just gonna do a dance move. I find my base. I protect myself. During that whole time, I'm tensing my neck, rolling my shoulders. Now, my elbow touches the knee. Elbow touches the knee, and I clear. Okay? I am certain you guys have seen that, but you've never seen it taught functionally. Okay? You've seen this. All right, cool. Your job now, I'm going to test your base. Okay. So that's a huge thing to understand, is that you have to have a level of intensity, and you have to test your partner's base. So number 1, wrap 2 hands around my throat. Good. Now from here, walk forward just a little bit. I'm falling. Walk back. I'm falling. Pull me left and right. Shit. Okay. So the very first thing, we always find our base. Okay? From here, hold the neck. Walk forward. Walk back. Side to side. Good. I'm not at his mercy. Okay? I'm going to protect myself and find my base. I protect myself and keep my base. So number 1, just like fundamentals. Here's good side to side. Here's good for pushing a car. Shit side to side. Shit back and forth. Find the middle. 1, 2. The middle of that, turn the hips, hands up. That is your fighting base or a 4-point base. Okay? So now, the partner's going to wrap 2 hands around your throat. Pause. From here, the hand that comes up is going to be the leg that's forward. The arm that's forward is the leg that's forward forever and ever and ever. I'm just going to put in a little katana buffer for the headbutt. Boom, good. Now from here, find my base, tense my neck, roll my shoulders. Now I need to worry about getting me in the face. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. It's like a letter U. Boom, boom. Okay? So imagine my elbows want to touch my knees. Just a little dance move. And I'm never going to overcommit anything. Okay? I keep my hips up underneath me, and my nose never goes before my toes. One more time. Find your base. Protect yourself. Do the dance move. 1, 2, clear. Okay? That's the first step. Let's do that just quickly. Okay? Pause here. The arm that's forward will be the leg that's forward forever. Perfect. Okay. Good. From here, pause where you are. Don't worry about your arms. Feel this. Okay. So what I want you to do is get a little bit wider. So take a step out. Yes. And turn your hip close towards me. And start to bend at the knees. Yes. Yay. Yes. That is much better already. Okay. So hold tight. Wrong way around. Okay. So from here, push a little into yes. 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 Just a dance. Tense your neck. Lower your shoulders. Good. Now, I want you to start to put your head forward and touch your elbow to your knee. Good. Touch your other elbow to your knee. Now, clear this shit out of the way. 100%. Let's do that again. Stand neutral. Touch your base. Good. Safety. Safety. Yes. Dance move. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Let's do that one last time with slow motion. Let's test something. Pause. Where's your base? Where's your base? Good. Yes, better. Now start to go. Do the dance move. Yes. 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 Where's your base? Okay. So for this version, I'll hold my neck. Pause. As I come down, knee me in the face. Boom. Shit. My hands are here. Knee me in the face. Boom. My hands need to be ready to block. Always. Okay? One more time. If I was to put my nose before my toes, put your hands on my back. Push down. Yes. My job is to keep my hips underneath me. So again, from here, when I do this, push down. I'm here. I'm solid. Okay? I'm not being pulled forward. I'm here in base. Okay? That's what I want from you. Tense your neck. Protect yourself. Don't get kneed. There's a lot of steps now. Don't get kneed in the face. Don't let it move you forward. Slow motion. Yes. Good. Base. Yes. Yes. You don't have to grab me. Good. Just keep me away. Now go slow motion. Don't let me knee you. So your hands can come down. Yes. Good. Yes. 100%. Again. Yes. Your hand can come down. Yes. Yes. Good. Again. Yes. Yes. Good. One more time. That's still good. Good. Okay. So now, the final version of that, we elbow them in the face, put them in the guillotine. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff to add again. So right now, that's what you get. You don't get this for free. So number one, we're going to do this, but we're going to turn up the notch. Okay? So I'm going to squeeze a little bit more. I want you to tense, roll your shoulders. Take your time. Okay? So from here, boom. Yes. Don't be head, but yes. You move. You move. You're doing good. Yes. You're doing very good. Perfect. Again. Squeezing a little bit harder. You don't want to hit, but maybe I want to hit you. Yes. Yes. Good. All right. That's you're gonna have to start turning it up a notch. Okay? So when somebody really wants to choke, maybe stopping isn't the best option. One more time. Maybe take them with you. Okay? We'll do that at the end. Okay? We're moving forward, hip throw. But for now, base is important. Base is important. Protect yourself. Pause. Don't get into the habit of putting a flat hand. Okay? It's not necessarily like you're going to do a wrist lock, but just by default, it can happen. Make a fist, nice and relaxed on the side, and keep that bent. Yes. Yes. Like a willow. It gives way. Doesn't have to be structure and strength. It'll snap easier. Okay? Nice and relaxed. Yes. Nice and relaxed. Yes. Good. I can't even get your fucking neck. Go. Yes. Now pause. At the end of that, instead of taking the back, what I want is this. 1, 2, cover. Clear. Okay? One more time. Slow motion. 1, 2. Cover your face. Clear. Yes. Where are you? Hey, it's a good spot. Okay, so let's do a dance move at the end of that. 2 hands, pause. Find my base, I'll protect myself. 1, 2. When I clear from here, I have the option of coming in with an elbow. I'm open to the side. I talked about this earlier today. From here, I turn the thumb down and come in with a blade, right? If I don't want to elbow them, hold the shoulder, knee to the sternum, and wrap up again with the right away. Okay? So make that like a dance move. Let's do it on the side so you can see that. Again, boom. Take your time. Clear it out of the way. Come in with an elbow with the thumb down, or hold on, knee, guillotine, finish. All right? Oh, you want to try? Sure. Okay, fuck you. Yes, you go. Take your time. Good. Boom. Now from here, with 2 hands on my shoulder. Pause. Like you're gonna pull the shoulder down, knee in the chest. Guillotine. Fuck yeah. Whew. All right. minutes to go. So little things we can add on to that. Oh, the last one. Hold on one more time. If his fingers are together in the front, it's getting a lot tighter and harder for me to go down. It's very easy to go out that way. There's no fingers behind, so squeeze real tight. Mean it. Okay. When the fingers are like that, it's much easier. They're like that. This is much easier. Okay. So from here, if my thumbs are close together, see how my fingers are far apart. Go that way. If my fingers are close together, my thumbs are far apart. Go this way. Okay. So to get a feel for that. Also, ramp it up. Move your partner around. Don't just hold stationary like you're doing a test for your black belt. You should always be ready for something like that. Yes, yes. Doesn't have to be 1,000%, but move them. Make them find their base. Make them stop. Make them do a move correctly. Not go, you did it, you inverted armbar. Just protect your neck and find your base. Everything else kind of comes from that. So the last thing to add on to that, so if the fingers are loose in the back, from here, hold, take yourself away. Keep holding on to them. You're gonna pull this down into the side, knee to the sternum, and then wrap the guillotine. When you do the knee, it's the back knee, you're pulling them into it, pushing them in, wrap up the guillotine right away. So one more time, guillotine, boom, boom, boom. Add weight to them. Okay. So, monkey grip on the hands, both hands. So right now there's nothing there. Good. So let's use a C-clamp, I'm sorry. Yes, so use your thumbs. Good. Now I want you to push the hands away and pull yourself away. So push the hands, pull you. Good. Knee the fuck out of it. Good work. Yes. Okay. So the hip throw is the final variation on theme for this one. What I want you guys to do, first off, later classes, I will teach the hip throw in depth. But for now, here's a quick version. I can just hang on seconds. I went a little long tonight. I taught a little extra with the fundamentals in this case. For now, 2 hands, pause. Just as a dance move. What we're gonna do is this hand's gonna slip in while the foot follows. I hold the back, C-clamping the tricep. Okay? So again, partner stays here. You're reaching to the tricep. This hand is coming in. You can't come in a straight line. You need to turn our body. So the body's gonna turn and hold. Now from here, my hip bone goes across the hip bone. Boom. You ever done a break fall? You've done this. Okay? Just nice and gentle. Okay? The trick is when we do this, we want to start to do it moving slowly. So again, let's start way over here. 2 hands. Start to walk forward. Fuck, 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 fuck. Good. And this over here. Walk a little faster. You just get in their way and let them fall off. It doesn't have to be a technical ogashi. Just put you in the way, let them go. Okay? One more time, step back just a little bit. Continue to push. I'm still building a frame, protecting myself until I'm not. Okay? At the end of that, hold on to the arm. We're going to do it all up real quick. Slow motion. 1, 2, 3. When he goes over, hold the neck. Put your knee there. Okay, now right away, you can hook the foot and lay down. Let's do that at another angle. Put you over here, please. Now, that being said, I don't recommend taking arm bars and laying on your back in a self-defense situation. It's easy for that one, just showing you one answer for this, okay? It's the position of the arm dictating what arm lock I get, all right? So one time, hit, hold the neck, find the knee, okay? Now from here, my foot acts like a hook underneath the armpit, taking my weight off of my leg to finish the arm lock. Would you like to try that? Sure. You got this. Okay, so pause here. I want you to put a seat back on my tricep. Good. I want you to turn your body and reach between my ear and my shoulder. Yes. Now take a step across with your hip. Perfect. Now from here, I want you to drop a level with your hip. Now I want you to sort of scoop me up and reach for the ground. Yes. Pause here. Hold my neck snug. I don't get to go anywhere. Put your knee down. Yes, don't be sorry. From here, hook your foot under my armpit, throw your leg over. Yes. Tap. Very good. One more time. Back this way. Just a little bit of movement on this one. Yes. Yes. C-clamp. Yes. Don't put it. Yes. Good. My way to the door anyway. Go. Yes. Good. Now make me reverse this. Yeah. Down and grab. Oh, I could have been an artist. Literally. I could be at home drawing and watching TV. Fuck, you got any questions? It's like 6:28. I think we've got enough material. Yeah. Is there any actual questions that you got I can help you with?
Lots, but
Okay.
not.
Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
How about you guys? Guy? He's like one person watching. We're good. Is there any questions? We're good?
Is that Emma and Danny still?
I don't know how to make it not. I'm pretty sure you guys can unmute. Maybe. I don't care what you guys want. I asked them. All right, we're gonna call it a night. Thank you very much for your help tonight, sir. All right, see you guys tomorrow.